People, welcome back to my channel. All right, I want to talk about accommodation generally in Malta. If you're coming in to study, or let's even say even if you're here for probably you got into job route, maybe through work permit, even the nomad digital visa pathway. But basically, you know what I focus on is study route, and could be saying one or little thing about employment route. But what I focus on is study route. So let's imagine, or let's assume you've gotten your visa approved. You've gotten a visa, and you're planning to come to Malta. Yeah, for sure, there will be maybe one or two arrangements you made concerning your short stays before you get a permanent apartment, which might be getting it through Booking.com and maybe some other nice hotel. But what I would advise is just try to look for something within a week or two. And with that, once you are in, I want to show you what you do immediately when you enter. You move into that apartment, your short let. What you do immediately, let's assume you get a place from Booking.com, or you actually got somewhere like in a hotel for like a week, or maybe 2 weeks should be fine. 2 weeks should be fine. Then what you do immediately, you enter that apartment, you start looking for a long stay, like a place you will stay. There are two options. First of all, you can speak to your school. In case of University of Malta has their hostel, one of the schools too, they would have hostel arrangement or place to stay. Then let's say your global college, for instance, you make arrangement with the school and they make provision for you where to stay so you can get that house in control. Before I dive into showing you the best place to get quicker one, even if you're not going through your school. Let me quickly just say welcome to my channel. Alright, welcome back. Let me show you what I meant. The first place to look at is the site, Facebook, marketplace. Everybody keep talking about, it's easy. You would have been hearing people say Facebook Marketplace whenever you travel abroad. It's really helpful, it's useful, very, resourceful. What you do is, as soon as you stepped in, you are in Malta, you change your location to where you are. In the case of even other country, change your location to where you are, which is Malta now, for example. Once you change your location, you come to by the side. Let me see if I can go from home here and show you what I meant. So we'll do it together. For instance, this is your Facebook page. Don't mind whatever. So as you look for marketplace here, then you see the marketplace position, buy and sell, buying and selling. Whatever, just type apartment, house for rent. And for instance, if you type house for rent by the side, there you will be able to see options like this. This, for instance, you see studio apartment in Gezira for short let. If you click the apartment, then you should be able to see. Look at what it says here. Studio apartment in Gezira for short let. You can scroll down and look at the information you will get from this side. Like studio apartment right near the sea is available for rent from the beginning of March, only for short let. You see, this one is now is specifically telling you what it's meant for. So this is not the kind of place you want to take if you're coming in as a student. So that means this one is not for you. But the best way to do it is filter your search. You can just say by this side here. Let me see, by this side here, you can see best space, house for rent, like best space. Okay, you can filter your search to best space. You can also filter it to probably whatever location you feel you want. Maybe a best space for rent in Valletta, in Gozo, in whatever. But hey, don't get it all. You are to focus in probably Valletta here. You know, the island is divided, is into three. The Gozo, the Valletta, I'll tell you the other one if I remember. But your schools, all the schools basically are mostly here in the Valletta. So look at this best space, for example. You see what we have here. This one is 250. And you see what they presented. You might not want this, but if you look at the condition here, it says directly from the owner, price starting from €200 a month, bills not included, available mid-February, close to amenities. You see the number, you can call the owner, and they will tell you whatever maybe how it is. The bill, look at this one, 3 bed, 2 baths. This one, 230, Paula, best space. For instance, if I check this one out, see what they have here. You try to read out for more. You scroll down to look out for more. This one said the price starts from €190 per month, bills not included. And one thing you should also know, bills mostly are between the range of 20-30 euro monthly, because sometimes the electricity and water in some places they pay twice, they pay every 2 months. So sometimes the landlord or the agent might tell you monthly, this is what it's estimated to pay. But I know it's always from that range of 20 euro to 40, at most 40 euro per month, because most times in case you guys are staying and you get a place like 130 or 200 euro per month, you pay bills like electricity and water, maybe 20 euro each. And then they'll tell you Wi-Fi, maybe 10 euro each. So that's like 30 euros. So you can find a place for 220, 230 per month. Some will tell you 250 per month, bill inclusive. And let me look at for an example that carries bill inclusive. You see all these 300, immediately see this 200. Let me see if this one will mention bill inclusive. And sometimes some will give you options, many photos to look at. So the bedroom, toilet is shared to arenda, the sitting room will be shared by all the people staying there. And the numbers is here for you to call. You see 200 euro for rent and 200 advance. And let me see more if there is more information for the owner about this place. And okay, the thing about when you get an apartment, generally this one is fine. Alright, this one is fine. It's a new one, that's why they actually said 300. Look at this one. Let's see what the route. I think it's two each in room. What's the more information from here? No more information. Now let me quickly give you this hint. If you are trying to reach out to the person and you go to Facebook Marketplace, you see an apartment like this and you want to reach out, unfortunately, there's no phone number. So maybe what you do is you can click, you see what is written here from the messenger thing. Hi, is this available? Just send. Click on send this message, right? If you send the message to the person, is this still available? He will reply you back on Messenger, then tell you whatever agreement you have. So this is it. Then if the person is online, and whenever he comes online, he will reply to this message, and they probably give you a number to call, or you continue the chat from there and decide you want to view. Okay, you want to view the apartment. The thing I want to mention is that if you get an apartment in Malta, bed space, or for us, because you're coming on the studio, so you're on budget, if you get a bed space, for instance, know that what is common here is that they always have they would ask you to pay the rent for the month, 300, 250, 220, whatever. So most time you are paying the same amount you paid as rent as deposit, which is what I mean is they will ask you for 1 month rent as deposit in advance. That basically will serve for in case you choose to leave by the time you end your contract with the tenant and the landlord or the agent. For instance, 6 months agreement, and after 6 months you want to leave, they will check if there's any form of damage probably coming from you, and if there's none, they refund that deposit back to you. But that deposit is kept aside as in form of collateral in case there will be any form of damage. And most time, if you do not stay up to the required time, and if you didn't stay up to the time required, that most time that deposit could you could lose that amount. What I mean is you're supposed to stay 6 months and you find another place 2 months after you're with this place. They might choose not to refund that deposit back to you because you actually break the agreement, you breach the contract. So your deposit might not come back until price stays based on the agreed period. And most contracts is from 6 months or 1 year. All right, you get contract for either 6 months or 1 year. All right, now you will see that the message, the one I sent, the man has replied me actually that that 3-bedroom space is still available. You get, but this one, it says available 300. We'll say, is it bill inclusive? Is bill included? Is bill included in it? Okay, that's one thing you should take note of. Another thing is that, like the first one I showed you that I was talking about directly from owner, there's every tendency that the owner would ask you for agent fee. But most time, there's one thing you should know about apartment. You might be lucky to get an agent that will just ask you for €100 or €150 as agent fee if you're going through an agent. Okay, let me quickly bring this to your notice. You can get an apartment in Malta using 2 ways. Like you can either get it directly from the owner or you get it through an agent. Now, in case you get from the owner, there's every tendency the owner will not ask you for agent fee. And most time you might be lucky. Sometimes, rather, the agent might the owner might just ask you to pay for the rent and not ask you for deposit. Sometimes the owner might say just pay fee like 100 deposit. So it depends on. But know this: the common thing you will find is that the amount you're paying for a rent, that same amount, which is the 1 month extra, is what you will pay for deposit. If you go for an apartment of €400 per month, you will be paying €400 as deposit in case you are using direct owner. And then the thing about agent is this. The man replied me. Let's see what he says here. Okay, you see bills inclusive. That is this €300 per month. If you pay this amount, it's plus your light, electricity, water, internet, all that. So all you just do, you'll be paying €300 per month. So if is there deposit and agent fee? Okay, I just want to find out if you mention deposit and agent fees, how much is it? So now, just know that. And then the second part is if you go through an agent, most time, this is the key. An agent giving you an apartment will give you the house based on the agreement from the landlord, the amount, and the deposit, which might be 1 month in advance. And most time, their agent fee is always 50% plus tax. That shows or means if your house is €300 per month, you are paying 300 extra as deposits. That's 600 euro. Then you are expected to pay 150 euro as agent fee. And then maybe they will say 18% tax, maybe they will say 160, 170. But this thing, I noticed something about most of these agents. If you are going for a best place like this one now, for instance, that they mention, what's the information here? This one says working distance, didn't put more details. Now they mention the amount. Most of these best fees are 200, 300, 400. Most time, these agents always try to peg the amount on kind of a flat rate of 200 euro as agent fee. If they are this cheap, little fund, 200, 300, 400. Most time they will charge agent fee is supposed to be flat, 200 euro per month. 200 euros, sorry, rather, as the agent fee. Then that means you pay your rent for 200 euro per month, you pay deposit 200 euro per month, agent will ask you for 200 euro. So because our former apartment, what we had was, the house was 300, I think I took it per space, 300 something euro per month. The luck was that the agent only asked for 100 deposit, and she asked for 190 euro. So she said she gave me a discount of 10 euro. Now, but if you're going for an apartment like this, something of higher, there's one I search generally. Let me remove bed space. Let me just say, for instance, I'm going for normal rate, something like 850, for instance. Know this: if you're going for an apartment like this, if you want to take a big apartment, huge stuff, what are the condition here? Is a 2-bedroom flat with 2 bathrooms, full air condition, access to rooftop. Look how beautiful this place is. 2-bedroom flat. For instance, 2 people can be big boys, big girls, can decide to take this place and share. They're just like 2 people in a room. Automatically, it means they will have their private bedroom. 1 person, 1 bedroom, and each our own private bathroom, and the rooms are fully air conditioned. So in a situation like this, the house rent is 850. Maybe 2 people choose to take this kind of apartment. They will share like 420 something each, and that means the agent or the landlord here, is an apartment like this mostly come from agents. Agent will tell you the house rent is 850 per month. You will pay 850 for deposit. Then you would have to now pay mostly half of this as the agent fee. Places like this often come with 50% as the agent fee. So you'll be paying 425, and they probably will add 25 on top as the 18% VAT. So meaning if you go for a place like this, 850 euro, you will pay 850 deposit, you will pay 450 agent fee. Calculate that together. That's 17 plus 450 and 2000 something euro. So you need to be sure if you're going for something high like this. Alright. Now the reason why I would advise you, now coming to the advice I have concerning when you're taking an apartment, please note this. I didn't realize it at first. Okay, let me quickly check what that man says. That was 300. Deposit agent fee. No, I am the owner. Okay. I will message you when I want. I will message you. I can come and see. Come and view. Okay, now look at this. Always note one thing. Don't just be in a hurry to look for an apartment. When you get it, you get an apartment. Straight thing you do is you just rushed to and want to start making payments, because sometimes, like the common language, what you ask different from what you get. So what you do is most time always ask to view the place. They will tell you maybe viewing is available in the morning, in the afternoon. Then you go and view the place. You check around, make sure you go in person, see the person and have an agreement in person. Don't do everything and conclude everything online. Now, I think I was mentioning about the agent fee, deposit, and all that. The reason why I would advise against high apartment at first, I said I would give you a clue reason why you should go for something moderate in the budget, except if you can afford it. If you are coming into Malta and you are trying to get an apartment, in Malta, remember one thing. There's a rules. Remember one thing. The apartment that you will get, make sure is a place after your short stay of 1 week, 2 weeks. Make sure it is a place where you can stay for at least 6 months before you start thinking of changing your apartment. The reason being that if you choose to change your apartment after you have applied for your resident card in Malta, I'll be doing a video shortly about the requirements, resident card requirements, the things you need to present while applying for your resident card. Mind you, you know that once you get into Malta on a 3 months entry visa, you are supposed to apply for your resident card and all those stuff. I will talk about the requirement shortly, and I also do a clue about job, how to go about job search, and how to survive in Malta. But mind you, if you are getting an apartment, we now realize that if you have an apartment that comes with contracts, and I think I didn't mention that, make sure the apartment you are getting comes with contract agreement. There's 2 documents you're supposed to get if you're going for your residence card. I will mention that in the next video. Once you get an apartment that have a contract, the contract you registered with the apartment address and order for your resident card. The minute you get there and you are given your resident card carry your address. The address of the apartment you are staying will be on your card. They immediately have to, if you change your apartment from what was on your card, you are supposed to pick up a phone and go back to Identity Malta to change your details with them. That means you will have to go back telling them there's a change in your address. They will have to collect that card, do another distance for you. You will be getting another card entirely. That means that process now, I don't know. I want to go through that phase because I've moved from where I was to another place and and my card is with me already. I have to go change it. Maybe I will tell you whatever experience I will be going through or in that phase, I will let you know. So that means you would have to change your card. That might affect you taking your new resident card you just get back for you to collect another one that will carry address. So you won't have any problem with the police. So for you to start putting yourself through that phase of taking a very expensive house that you cannot afford to maintain in 2-3 months, and all of a sudden you decide to change, and then within that 2-3 months your resident card has been issued, you have a resident card already, then 2 months later or so 3, you change your apartment, then going back, you've not actually started working for some time with your new card, you just have to go to Identity Malta again and change. So instead of putting yourself through all those stress and whatever situation, I would advise get a place that you can tolerate and stick to for at least 6 months. So in those places you have your card already, then you use your card, you get a job, after at least if you're working with your employer for 2-3 months already registered with Identity Malta, then there won't be any, by the time you move to another apartment, if you choose to change your apartment, going to Identity Malta to change your address won't affect your job because you're already a member of the team working, and at the same time, while you'll be waiting for your new card or so, it will not affect your job, neither will it affect anything. So stick to a place where you can at least maintain for 6 months. That's my candid advice about getting an apartment. So if you know you do not have enough preparation, enough financial preparations to cater for an expensive place for up to 6 months, then just tolerate. Even if you like too much privacy, you want a private room, then just tolerate. Maybe go for something like a bed space, all right? where you can at least afford for 2 up to 6 months. Then 2, I don't know if there's 1 before. Then 2, ensure you go for an apartment with contract. Maybe later on, I will lay more emphasis on that on when I'm talking about resident requirements, because I think this video is long enough, so I should just try to look for how to short it. We will talk more on that. So I think let me just stop here and I tell you the different type of apartments. A quick one, we have this bed space, and most time bed space depends on how it is being constructed or arranged. Sometimes there could be something like this one where there's just this 2 bed in a room. Sometimes there are something where there will be up to like 3 bed in a room. It depends. They all still call them bed space. You see this one now. And apart from bed space where there could be 2-3 beds in a room, and they make sure it's maybe all boys, there's something like this called let me quickly tell you, I'm trying to rush it to time. I think I've stayed too much on this one. I thought I'd be able to do a short video on this, but no, there's something like this called private bedroom. Just like where I'm also staying in a private bedroom now. My own bed is bigger than this one. There's private bedroom where you have a nice bed on your own and a wardrobe. See this one, it said no deposit and no agent fee. Wow, just pay 400 straight up. Wow, but can you maintain it for as up to like 6 months so you don't start stressing yourself going through the problem of changing your card? Then there's another one they call studio apartment. The studio apartment is also like a private bedroom, but it will have its own kitchen and toilet and its own toilet and bedroom attached only for you, and its own kitchen as well. That's what's called studio apartment. But there is also another one, private bedroom with private bathroom. That one will have private toilet and bedroom, but you still share kitchen and the open space with other tenants. I think maybe I should do more elaboration when I'm doing the resident card requirement, because it's actually long enough. A quick one while I'm about to stop. Thank you for being here and watching. Apart from searching for an apartment through Facebook Marketplace, like as I showed you, you can also use this site called motorpark.com. There's motorpark.com. You will see on the part of it, there's what they call property for sales, property long let, and short let for holidays. Because you are coming in as a student, you go for long let property. If you click on a long let property, you see them here. 3 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms. You will click and you will see, it's telling you broker. That means it's agents that are putting this out. If it's owner, it tells you owner here. These are care space things. Bakira 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom apartment. So you see. So these are the 2 places. You can just open your browser to search for a long stay apartment, either on motorpark.com. This motorpark.com is also very useful in terms of job. When I'm talking about websites on jobs, I will come back here and show you how to go about job thing here. But for now, it's the apartment part that I'm talking about and the Facebook Marketplace. Thank you for watching. Let me stop here. Really, it's a long video. I'll try. It's just because it's a kind of details video where most of the things I have to say are kind of relevant. So I'm sorry it's long. I will stop here and I'll say thank you for being here. And I've really been getting a good response from people. I'm still going to do something called frequently asked question, FAQ. And there's some list 10 questions that I've gotten message for my subscribers asking me 1 or 2 things. I will just list them out and I will explain. Thank you. I've actually been getting people really showing support. I'll say thank you. I didn't even believe within a couple of months, so I'll be getting close to, I'm almost getting there 200 subscribers. Please, I would say continue to support by subscribing. At least let's see if we can push me, take me there, 1,000 subscribers. I just want to get to 1,000 subscribers and see how it looks like when you're on 1,000 subscribers. And but I've said for now, for the support I've gotten for you guys, messages keep coming in, people asking questions on the comment section, and I have been trying my best, responding, going to the length of even verifying for some subscribers. I've been trying my best, but I'll say thank you once again, and remain blessed until I see you in my next videos talking about requirements of permanent residency requirements and job websites and how to go about it. Until then, bye for